I'm FF7Fan321, and this is Trophy Adventures, reviewing the new SSX. To my knowledge, it was called Deadly Descent, but I think they kinda dropped that part. Anyways, with most games going all realistic on the gaming world, it's nice to see some that still go over the top crazy like SSX does. I mean, it is the definitive of awesome for extreme sports gaming. I got my first dose of SSX on the PS2 with SSX Tricky, and I was simply amazed with it. I continued on to 3 next and played the hell out of that one as well. I didn't play SSX on Tour or Blur though. I mean, I've also played other snowboarding games, 1080 snowboarding, Cool Borders, even that kinda lame Final Fantasy VII snowboarding game for mobiles. But none gave me the same feeling I got from shredding down an SSX peak. Then I heard talk of a new SSX coming out for the next gen consoles and eagerly awaited its release. Quite impatiently, I might add. Then when I started it, I was just blown away by how amazing SSX is. Now, before I get into what I liked about the new SSX, I'd like to touch on the things that brought it down a little for me. First, there's very little character customization compared to 3. In 3, you could change clothes, add effects, boards. Hell, one of the boards was a piece of cardboard. It was all aesthetics, but it gave it a lot more depth. Your character was unique. Another thing is, in the new SSX, the characters are all very bland. There's no feeling. In 3, there was little rivalries, character bios, unlockable concept art. DJ Atomica spoke about the character you played as and others, and he had a lot more interesting things to say, like about the Orange Cat incident. If you played 3, you'd get it. Another thing I really liked from 3 was the free exploration of Big Mountain, where you could just chill down the peaks looking for collectibles and completing big challenges if you didn't want to do the events. None of that is present in the new SSX. Yeah, it does sound like they took out a lot of what I liked, and as a whole I would probably say I liked 3 better. But, now on to the good fluffy powder of SSX quote-unquote Deadly Descents. The graphics are simply breathtaking. Beautifully rendered mountains, landscapes, even the hazards look amazing. The hit and landing detections are much, much more refined and better than any previous SSX I've played. The only thing I don't like is you can pass so close to a geotag or snowflake and not grab it. But in 3, they were pretty good at drawing them into you. Plus, the rewinding can be finicky compared to the recovery system of 3. The online portions of the game add another layer of fun, but still no added depth in terms of your characters and their development. The sheer volume of different peaks and the addition of the new survival events, which is just seeing how far you can get or how many runs you can complete before you fully exhaust your character, that was good at reviving some of my lost hope for the game. I liked bringing it back to the gear you wear that affects your performance, rather than just leveling up your stats. However, some more aesthetic customization would have been really nice. The badges were interesting, and I thought the closing 10 diamond brackets was unfair at first, until I discovered you can get them from custom events that you can make so only your friends can enter them, which destroyed that thought. I got all mine legit against others. I mean, my punch-up race times are amazing. I just felt as though no matter which character I used, it was just a different skin for the same thing. Like, in 3, you could actually customize and refine your trick set. The new gear and, like I mentioned before, the survival modes do bring gameplay back up a little, but some more character depth and viables wouldn't have hurt. The music was one of those games where you can import your own, and I'm really starting to love that in action and sports games. So the music was perfect, since it was mine most of the time. But the original music wasn't bad either. 3's was still better though. None of the trophies really jumped out at me, so I guess the Tricker, Silva, screw it. What really annoyed me was Kaori should have been more anime. I had her in hot pink and cute pigtails in 3 and awesome board goggles. Seeing her all punk made me very, very sad. Sad face. To the main point of all my reviews, the new SSX gets a solid gold trophy for proving video games can still be extreme, over the top, and not realistic at all, and still be amazingly fun. I truly recommend it. Defy reality, own the planet. Cheers and happy gaming.